One of the common problems we face when we try to fix a PC or when we clean a PC, if you're a new person to computing and you're starting to get into it, you're trying to learn all the little components work, but then when you put it all back together, your computer doesn't boot. And then you start taking things apart, putting it back together. What are the common problems that I see as a computer professional? Well, first off, the biggest one is not plugging in your graphics card, the power, or not having it seated properly. But plugging the power cord into your graphics card is a common mistake, and then PC won't boot. Another problem is the biggest problem is reseating memory. Lots of people don't reseat memory properly. And another one is putting one of the fans in the wrong in the wrong socket on the motherboard. So this is a PC I got in today, and I wanted to quickly fix it. It was obvious what was going on. I had a quick check. First I reseated the memory. It booted, but it said there was a problem with the PC fan, and that's because it was in the wrong socket on the motherboard. It took me about 30 seconds to fix, but lots of people spend hours trying to fix these things. So I thought I'd make this little video showing how to reseat memory and set up how to look after your motherboard. And I want to get everybody to look and get into their PCs, learn how to do it, and not be afraid. You can fix these problems, but you've got to take a logical mind, and you can always phone up somebody like me or ask on a computer forum for help, and there's lots of people who would be happy to help you. Don't be afraid. Get stuck in there. Sort out your PC. Let's find out what the problem with your computer is. Well, I've already had a quick look. The first issue you had is it wasn't booting because the RAM was not seated. So you've got two sticks here. Now with this type of RAM, you'll see that this is fixed, and then these two have the thing. Now both of them weren't seated, and the reason is, I know how hard it is to do RAM, right? It's very complicated. First you've got to line up so the pins at the right plate for the notch, and then you've got to stick that on there, but not shove it all the way in, and then here line it up so you're both lined in the channel, right? And now with this thing here pressed back, you can now square it up, right? And then pressing in the center, you get it lined up, but that's still not in. You've got to first press here till you hear the click, then press here till you hear the click. At least with this one, you can see that this fits in. With this one, you can't hear the click. Well, you can't see the click, but you have to hear the click. So we'll try that. We'll do that again. Let's take this RAM out. Remember, it is clicked in there. Right. So, oh God, look at all that dust. It did need a clean, I'll tell you. So line up that with the channel, pop that there, pop that there, but don't push it in. It only lines up if you don't push it in. Then push them in together, right? And then press, little press in the middle, so it's all lined up in both channels. And then listen to the click. Ooh, that one didn't click. See? That one didn't click. But it's in. You can good press, but not overly hard. See how much it's moving, but not too hard. And then there, click, that one clicks. But check both of them in. And if you line them up in the channels, you know you're not going to damage the memory or damage the slots, which can happen. But fair play. It's not until you've done it a few times do you get that feel for how the RAM goes in. Okay, second mistake was that your CPU fan was, for whatever reason, this motherboard's got two things. CPU fans, the bottom one, you had it on the top. Okay, so the power to the CPU. Again, channel, you can see that it lines up there. You did a great job but that was the wrong one. So doing all that, right, we can put the power cable on. Somewhere I've got a power cable. Switch on, press the on button. We got fan spin. You can hear the hard drives going. Takes a little while. And there we go. We've got a screen. Come on, slow, there we go. Because it's been off. And we need to press F1. I'll put a keyboard in there and sort out any BIOS problems. But we're all working. Okay, so things to learn is go to the website, download the manual for this motherboard, check that you had this in the right connector, and it's just learning how to set the memory. Okay, and when you clean your PC, go and get a nice old brush, any'll do, nice fine bristles, and a vacuum cleaner, and you literally brush, right? And that won't damage any components. You shouldn't really do it on its own. So I'll give this a little bit of a brush, get the vacuum on it, and make sure that you've got some happy computing. Okay, take care. Bye.